Hello, my friends. Did you know that before going out for a walk, you should warm up? We think about warming up before doing any kind of exercise in the gym, but it's just as important to warm up before you walk. After all, it is a physical activity. Stay tuned and let me show you how. Welcome back to the channel, friends, and welcome to fall. As you can see here in upstate New York, the leaves are just starting to change behind me. It's a perfect time to go out for that fall walk. But first, we want to warm up before doing that. That gets our cardiovascular system and our muscles all ready and primed to go so that we don't pull any muscles or feel tired when we get done. Let's get started. Let's start with a march. We're emulating our walk. We want to pick our knees up. That's one of the biggest things I see with folks I work with is they tend to not pick up their legs, and so they're tripping with their toes. So if we start warming up by picking up our legs and getting our opposite leg going, then we're warming up our perfect walk routine. We start out slow. Use your own range of motion for today. If you woke up stiff and this is what you got, that's what we work with. The more you move your muscles, the more range of motion and flexibility you'll get. So we're going to get those knees as high as we can at this point. Your hips should start to feel warm now. We not only want to get our knees, we want to get our hips as well. Now, while we're doing this, we're going to do some shoulder rolls backwards. Slow down the march a little bit. Keep moving. So we're priming our cardiovascular system. Rolling those shoulders back. Now we're going to turn that into arm circles. Other way. Now, can you do these dynamic stretches while you're on your walk? You can. I recommend that you don't try to walk and do this. Marching in place is great, but especially if you're outside, there could be holes and ruts and things that you might not see. We don't want a fall hazard, so that's why I recommend warming up in place. Now we're going to get our feet about hip distance apart here. Maybe a little wider, maybe a little shoulder distance. Bring our arms up. Clasp your hands at the top, and we're going to do a side bend. Now, if you can't get your arms overhead, you can put your hands on your hips and do that side bend. You're pushing that hip to the side. We're stretching this side, contracting this side, and up. Other side. Up, first side, second side, and one more each side. Inhaling and exhaling as you do this, getting the oxygen to our muscles, always very important. And just a little arm swing. Get those muscles to calm down a little bit. Now we're going to take a couple steps back, get our feet about hip distance apart and step out with the right foot. Notice my toes are pointing forward. If yours points slightly out, that's fine. Make sure you're wide enough in between your feet. Bend your knees, bend your hips into a static lunge. And from here, we're going to twist to the left, twist to the right, to the left, to the right. Adjust your stance. Switch your legs. Now the other leg goes out. Both knees are bent. If you can, toes forward. If your toes go out a little bit, that's okay. Everybody's got a different structure. Make sure you're flexing your hips. Good posture. Core in. Twist to the left, center, or the other left, center, right, center. My mother always said I was put together backwards. And one more each side. And come back. This time we're going to get our feet fairly close together, not touching, but close together. Hip hinge, knees bent, hands on your knees, knee rotations. Five in one direction. Five in the other direction. Last one, we're going to have our feet a little wider apart, up on the toes and down. Gets our ankles awake and ready to go. Shake everything out. And now you are warmed up and ready to go out for that beautiful fall morning walk. Be sure as you go out to take your water bottle with you. Even as the seasons get cooler, it is still very important to hydrate, especially when you're exercising your body. So let's go out and do that walk.